Welcome to TechnyFire. I am Dr. Aruadre, your host. If you've been wondering how to actually make AI work for your business in a way that's practical, safe, and human centered, you're in for a treat today. Joining me is Solomon Soja from Mavera AI. For those who don't know, Mavera AI is transforming how UK businesses operate, communicate, and scale using smart, intuitive AI tools. Also, Solomon is a huge advocate for responsible AI. It's not just about building tech, it's about building safer, people first digital spaces for the future. We meet Solomon after this short break. Don't go anywhere. In the heart of the University of Lagos beats NIT Hub, Nigeria's digital powerhouse, powered by NITDA. NIT Hub empowers youth, builds ecosystems, nurtures startups, and drives inclusion nationwide, turning bold dreams into realities that lift millions. I am Dakbo Arua Joy. Over the years, I have dedicated myself to amplifying tech voices and fueling startups from ground up. Now, right here at NIT Hub, Unilag, we forge a groundbreaking collaboration, explosive, purposeful, and unstoppable. MVP made in Nigeria transforms minimum viable products into most valued products rooted in our culture and wisdom. MVPs to MVPs. Technology ignites the journey. Southwest Flagship Edition, awakening Yoruba-powered innovation through bootcamps in every Southwest state: Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ondo, and Ekiti. Every participant undergoes a metamorphosis, mentored, skilled, uplifted. Whether they win or not, lives are forever changed. And we are just starting. We will awaken this fire across every geopolitical zone of Nigeria, every nook and cranny. Founders, sponsors, visionaries, the moment is now. Join us. The fire is ready. Press the button. Let Nigeria lead Africa's digital future. Let's build our own intelligence, AI that truly understands us, native tech, sovereign innovation, MVPs to MVPs. For more enquiries, visit www.mvps2mvps.com. Virtually, we have Solomon. How are you, Solomon?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
Solomon Soja is a founder of Mavera AI. Good to have you.
Thank you very much, Dapo.
All right then. Uh, can we get to know you, Solomon, briefly? Where you from? And because where are you now presently?
Okay, so at the moment, I'm in the United Kingdom, in the East Midlands, specifically Nottingham. And this is where I'm based. This is where Mavera AI is based. This is the home to Mavera AI. That's where I am.
Okay, Nottingham. That's my former city. I miss Nottingham. So originally, right, where are you from?
I'm Nigerian. From Nigeria. So before I I've always lived in Abuja. Abuja is home to me. It's the place I call home. As no matter how advanced or how developed Abuja becomes, it still would be the same. I will still feel at home whenever I come around to visit or to do any project. And so yeah, I am from Abuja, Nigeria.
Proudly Nigerian. Amazing, Solomon. From Nigeria to UK, tell us about Mavera AI. What's it all about?
Right. So Mavera is a conversational AI platform where you can automate your AI agents literally, Mavera AI can do whatever a real person can do with a computer. So far, you have a repetitive process that you currently do that is taking your time, that you rather have someone else to do it. Mavera AI can automate all of this process and have it done in seconds. So our expertise is particularly on the conversational quality, and with Mavera AI, you can call 1,000 people at the same time or receive calls from thousands of people at the same time. And the consistency will still be the same, the quality will still be the same, the way and manner to which the AI agents handle situation will be the same. However, there are no two conversations that are totally the same, because Mavera AI would respond based on context, based on the person's need. And it's just very fascinating that you can have digital replica of yourself that can do many stuff at the same time, while you can focus on the actual work that brings in the money.
Amazing. Can you tell us, what you've been able to achieve with Mavera AI, for clients? I don't mention clients' name really, but just tell me what you've been able to achieve with Mavera AI.
Right, so with Mavera AI, a lot of people have been able to use Mavera to free up their time, to scale their business, to optimize their process. For instance, a person that has a job description to call 150 people a day, maybe these are just cold calls, but with Mavera, they can now call 1,500 people, even 3,000 people in one day, because the AI agent would ring out all of these numbers, and all they have to do is to then focus on the actual intent, the people that are interested in the services, to which the AI would have identified that, okay, this person needs this service, this person is happy to hear more about it. Then they would reach out to these persons with actual creativity and without necessarily being tired, because they've not wasted their energy calling 150 people. They're just calling maybe the 10 or 15 that really are interested in the service. That's one use case. Another use case we've seen is in getting feedback. So you have an event that 1,000 people or 10,000 people have attended. Instead of telling them to go on Google review or Trustpilot or paper handwritten feedback, you just have Mavera AI agents ring out all these people at the same time, say 10,000 of them, and you would ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this event? What can we improve in this event? And all this data is collated by the AI agent and processed and analyzed in a way that it is simpler to process for humans and everyone involved in the conversation. Mavera AI is a conversational AI agent. That is a platform that you can build conversational AI agents. So AI agents that can make calls, that can follow up leads, that can take calls. With our AI agents, you can ring over 1,000 people at a time, or you can receive calls from multiple people at a time. A clear use case is I'll give an example at an event to which we had over 1,000 attendees, and with an agent that we had built, was able to call out all these 1,000 people, get feedback from them on a scale of 1 to 10. How did you find the event? Then collated all this data, processed it, and made it a lot simpler to give clear feedback to the organizers of the event with bar charts, graphs, and very, like the key sentiments, bringing out the audio recordings that the organizers could really see what they could improve or what they could probably make better. So if you have like ChatGPT, which is still productive if you look at it deeply, that you can ask ChatGPT questions and you can get a response, or you can put a lot of information on cloud and you can get a report and all that, or you can probably ask Gemini to give you data of all the businesses in your city. These are productive use cases. However, with Mavera, we make these agents to take that human deployment approach. That is how we see Mavera AI agents. We see them like real people, except they live in the computer and they are able to make calls at the time you tell them to call. So a very relatable use case would be an event we sponsored in Wales.
I've been reading about you, right, Solomon? You've been winning awards here and there in UK. So Based on what have you been winning these awards, really?
I would say essentially it's just in the excellence of the service and how we go about it in general. So we do not promote Mavera AI as a service to replace people. Of course, it would make people efficient, but again, we're not designing it to take away jobs and create more unemployment. If anything, we designed Mavera AI or built Mavera AI to be able to amplify what people are already currently doing. So if you're able to call 1,150 people, you can call times 10 more, 1,500. If you're able to pick only 20 calls a day, you should be able to now speak to or receive thousands of calls a day. We look at artificial intelligence, Mavera AI in particular, to be a force for amplification. That is, Mavera AI would enhance what you're already currently doing well. And if you look at it from that perspective, we are out to create more jobs, we are out to create more opportunities. So if you think about someone that his job description is to call 150 people a day, whether for sale or to give them updates on their accounts or whatever that is, with Mavera AI being integrated into such a person's work or activities, that person is able to call 1,500 people more in a day. And when you look at it like that, that means that person has become more efficient. That person has become more relevant in the sense of he wouldn't waste time with calls that are not really having the interest it's looking for. The AI is able to select or identify interest, and then he would focus his creative time and intelligence on the people that are actually interested, and then he would give out his best. Then bringing that into how we've made this very practical. I'm glad that you've lived in Nottingham before, so you must know University of Nottingham and Nottingham Trent University. We've got student ambassadors, over 200 of them across these two universities, where we pay them £18 an hour to test AI agents, to just make sure they push our AI agents for edge cases to see that our AI agents don't make mistakes. Or if they would make mistake, they would uncover it before we deliver it to the subscribers or users or clients. Now that in itself is a job that wasn't there before. AI testing or AI deployment and things like that. And that is where this recognition come from, in the sense of the fact that we are not using artificial intelligence to make people irrelevant. If anything, we're making people even more relevant in today's age and time, if that make a lot of sense to your question.
Okay. Here on this program, we're an advocate for sovereign innovation, native tech. We believe in technology that speaks your native language. So, are you trying to, or have you tried, or you thought about incorporating native Nigerian languages or Nigerian lifestyle into Mavera AI?
That's a solid use case I would really, really love to see come to life, but it's not very stable yet. For now, Mavera AI can speak in about 100 languages, but these languages are mostly European languages and a little Asian. But African languages, while you can set it, I wouldn't say it's stable yet, but it is my goal and my vision to see that we are able to use Mavera AI, for example, for election. Here in the UK, the mayor we're currently building for the mayor of the East Midlands, that's the East Midlands Combined County Authority, which covers the whole of Nottinghamshire. Um, what we're trying to do, we're trying to set it up for the customer service where, when a politician speaks to the people on TV or through radio, it's just a one-way system, but there's no feedback. See how people have received this information, what they're thinking about it, or how they feel about it. But then with Mavera AI, you can have your virtual agents that can take calls from as many people as possible and can call out your whole constituents to check on them to see what matters to them, what do they want to see more, what is their biggest pain point, and then you can speak to them based on that through these AI agents. And because English is the national language in the UK, it's easy to do because that's our most stable model. However, where we have Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo in Nigeria, it is still a work in progress. But I would love to see that the president, for instance, can speak to people in their local dialect, even when he doesn't understand the dialect, but he's able to connect to them and they can also speak back to him in how they feel about a situation. And then these feedbacks can now be taken and put to work. There would be, I mean, with the advent of technology and thanks to Mavera AI, this would be the closest government would be to the people, because for one time you can really get feedback from every last member of a community.
Like I have a reality show called MVPs to MVPs. I preach and look for talents across Nigeria and nooks and crannies of Nigeria that have innovations that really speak that language. But do you think it's possible? Because the way the way it is now, do you have enough LLM or the language to give Nigeria or the native languages in Nigeria an edge? Do we have something in the cooler for that?
Well, infrastructurally, I mean, for instance, just a bit of my background here in the aspect of building this whole tech to begin with. 10 years ago, the world wasn't here where you now have AI agents and automation and things that are currently working. I imagine that it would only get better. So while for local languages in Nigeria, you can't really rely on how accurate or how humanly they would sound for where we are currently, that doesn't mean that it's not going to improve. That doesn't mean it's not going to change. So this is a major work in progress where you can now have international languages being integrated into mainstream AI tech. But for the three major languages, that's for sure. That's very close. We're very close to making sure we have a very stable, well-trained model that can easily, you can use that translation or you can use that to deploy any AI agent. However, other smaller dialects, like the ones that, like the minority across the country, it might take a bit of time, but I wouldn't rule it out of the picture. It's just a work in progress. We're currently doing that already here in the East Midlands anyway. I'm working with the mayor, Claire, with the customer service. There's it's a new, it's called East Midlands Combined County Authority. It's just been newly set up. So even the customer service is still in work. Some of the conversations we've had, I certainly can't share, but just the summary is what I'm saying now was the original plan I had for Abuja. But of course, infrastructurally, we are not there yet. But the idea is in my head and it has to get out somewhere. And I'm glad that I have a sounding board or a place to put this in or bring it to life here. But yes, for sure, I have that very much in my mind that I'm able to bring this to Nigeria in our local languages, that people in the villages can just call a phone number and just speak to their government. And you can't, the governor can't talk to, or can talk to 2,000 people through TV, but can't listen to 2,000 people through TV. But with AI, the governor can get a lot of this data.
All right. Most of the time, we talk about the benefits of AI, but the challenges, most of the time, we're always shy to talk about that. Are we ready for the challenges of AI? And what are you doing as an individual or your company is doing to have an ethical or to have ethical AI that's responsible?
Yeah, I would say from our company point of view, we put in a lot of work in making sure that ethical use of AI is at the forefront of every conversation. So when we're training, when we're hiring, this is the center of the conversation, that AI is used as a human-centered for like tech to improve humanity and to make things easier and to make things more efficient. And that's what we demonstrate when we hire students, pay them £18 an hour to do all of this AI testing and all this stuff, is because we believe that what makes us human is being human. We're not trying to make ourselves become robots. Robots can only support us to be even more human and to be more efficient human. So from our point of view, I would consider Mavera AI in this region to be one of the loudest voices in advocating for the ethical use of AI. In fact, if you Google ethical AI companies in the UK, Mavera AI should be top on the list.
Is it? That's amazing then. So what are you thinking of next? Or what are you thinking of? What else do you have in the cooler?
Technically, we're always saying, or how we position our big picture is this, because it is fact that 75% of the world is covered by water, the Atlantic, the Pacific, and all these oceans here and there. We believe the remaining 25% will be covered by Mavera AI, and that's on our website. That's on the lips of all our student ambassadors and our staff members. We all know this. So we're working towards a situation where, or a world where AI is your relevant sidekick, your co-pilot that you can use to bring out the best of yourself. And particularly, Mavera AI is already in the front of the train to that, in making you more efficient, more effective in doing what you're already doing, just making you do better and better and better.
You are the center of tech innovation in UK. And compared to Nigeria, what do you think is left, or what do you think can be done to harness the potentials we have here? You know, we have the manpower, but do we have the skills?
What I can say to just wrap up this answer is, a Nigerian in the private sector that is doing great, that is really performing excellently, will do exploits in the West, any West, because you've been in a system that is not favorable by electricity, by internet, by systems, by anything, and you still succeeded in such a system. When you come to a playing ground where a lot of all these things are in place, it's just light work for you. And that would bother people around you, because a lot of things that would find naturally difficult for you is almost a bonus, because these are not challenges, because where I'm coming from, I've been in tougher situations, but these are just like, I don't know how to explain, but I think you get the point.
Solomon Soja, I really appreciate having this conversation with you. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll have you very soon on TechnyFire once again, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Solomon Soja is the founder of Mavera AI. See ya.
In the heart of the University of Lagos beats NIT Hub, Nigeria's digital powerhouse, powered by NITDA. NIT Hub empowers youth, builds ecosystems, nurtures startups, and drives inclusion nationwide, turning bold dreams into realities that lift millions.
I am Dakbo Arua Joy. Over the years, I have dedicated myself to amplifying tech voices and fueling startups from ground up. Now, right here at
NIT Hub,
Unilag, we forge a groundbreaking collaboration, explosive, purposeful, and unstoppable. MVP made in Nigeria transforms minimum viable products into most valued products, rooted in our culture and wisdom. MVPs to MVPs. Technology ignites the journey. Southwest Flagship Edition, awakening Yoruba-powered innovation through bootcamps in every Southwest state: Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ondo, and Ekiti. Every participant undergoes a metamorphosis, mentored, skilled, uplifted. Whether they win or not, lives are forever changed. And we are just starting. We will awaken this fire across every geopolitical zone of Nigeria, every nook and cranny. Founders, sponsors, visionaries, the moment is now. Join us. The fire is ready. Press the button. Let Nigeria lead Africa's digital future. Let's build our own intelligence, AI that truly understands us, native tech, sovereign innovation, MVPs to MVPs.
For more enquiries, visit www.mvps2mvps.com.
right, guys, and this is where we'll put the plug on this episode of the program. I hope you've had an insightful time with Solomon Soja. I am Dakbo Aguajoy. See you next time on TechnyFire.